All right, today we're gonna do a couple things. First of all, the biggest project today is going to be putting the full exhaust system back on the car. So I'm gonna start by, pulling the hood exit off, and we're gonna go from there. Check it out. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I actually use those main clamps, but I also put a zip screw, just one on each side of the one on each pipe, right? That really helped me out with lining all the tubes up, because now I basically have a mark to where all that stuff goes. So I don't have any zip screws here. So I'm gonna go to the store at some point this morning, grab some, put the rest of the zip screws in there, and then I've got to get a O2 sensor bung plug for the downpipe, because on the stock ECU I was still running two O2 sensors. So I've got to do that, and then the exhaust system's done. So that's cool. Something I've been thinking about doing was putting more trans cooler on this. I haven't made up my mind on if I'm gonna do that yet, but I was just thinking about it. I thought I'd mention it to you guys. When I do the True Street stuff in an MRA race, it's 3 back-to-back hits. If you're not super familiar with that, you basically round robin the car. You make a pass, get right back in the staging lanes, and make another pass. Now granted, there's usually between probably 50 and 100 cars there. So you've got some wait time to cool it off. And the car will be going like 10-0 is as fast as I'm gonna go in True Street. So I don't know if it's a super concern, but something I'm considering. So if you guys have any feedback on that, let me know. I saw, if you guys are familiar with Holt Auto Body and Joe Holt, those guys, they have a cooler setup that looks like 2 massive, almost AC condensers. Like they gotta be 18 inches by probably 18 inches by 8 is the core size, I would guess, just off the top of my head. And they have 2 of them, and they have 2 fans on each, so they've got a whole bunch of trans cooler capacity. I'm thinking about doing something similar to that, possibly. I don't know, kicking it around. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So I'm going to get the zip screws coming, get that fastened up. The exhaust will be done then. Really, the next thing we need to do is kind of get the car on the ground and put it on the 2-step a couple times, and I can't do that until I get the screws. So I'm gonna probably run to the hardware store this morning, get that done, set the thing on the ground, and do a couple test hits with it, or just, well, basically turn the thing around in the garage and make a couple tests, just get on the brake, see how fast we can get to the brake, and play with that kind of stuff. So yeah, this should be fun. Check it out. All right, there's one more thing I want to do. The dashboard in this thing was really hard to see when the sun was on it because of the angle the dash is on. I'll kind of show you what I mean. Might be kind of hard to see. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, see, the dash is like flush to this plane here, which means it's laid back quite a bit, which, yeah, there's an angle for you to see it. Which made it really hard to see in the car. Just the sun would reflect on it. The surface of the dash, like the screen side of it's kind of shiny. So I picked up, Haltech sells a dash mount with a visor, I haven't opened it yet, but I picked this up. It was like, I don't know, like 75 bucks or something. Simple piece there, but you get an idea. Gosh, I'm looking at this, I probably could have just made one myself, but yeah. So I'm gonna pull the dash out and I'm gonna mount it in here, and we're gonna stick it on the steering column. I think that's how we're gonna try that. Let's see if I can maybe nut into the top of the column there. Yeah, don't know yet. Haven't really figured that out. But first thing we're gonna do is pull the dash out and get it in this and see what it looks like in the car. Alright, I got the dash out. Just stick it in here real fast. This thing, if you're not familiar, is pretty simple. There's just 3 screws in the back of this that mount it. I held it in the car in a couple different ways. I don't really know what I like. There's got a couple options there as far as where I'm going to put the thing. The one that's looking like the simplest solution, I think, is going to put the dash too tall. But screw in here and we're gonna set it in the car and see what we think. So yeah, pretty cool, decent little piece, super simple, it's lightweight, I like it. Alright, got that bad boy in there. Turn this thing on a second because we can.
Flat schnauzer pushed in phase.
Radio. But yeah, that's gonna be, I'll be able to see it now. That'll be so much nicer. Cool little project I wanted to get finished there. I've got some buttons coming to replace these switches. These switches I have down here are kind of like just obviously randomly placed. I've got some buttons coming and I want to put them in this opening here along with, I gotta figure out how to place them out this that I can't grab, but that in there's the USB port for the dash. So I don't know if I'm gonna just stick that, like put a hole here and mount that thing there. If I'm gonna put it in there with the buttons, I don't know, won't know until the buttons get here. I'm gonna 3D print something here to hold all the buttons is the plan. Switches, buttons, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, I think that's cool. I'm happy. It'd be nice to be able to see the dash now. So I think we're about wrapped up. I mean, the buttons are really the only thing. I got to confirm I fixed the I've got to confirm I fixed the transmission leak still. Confirm I fixed the oil leak. The oil leak behind the alternator was actually still seeping a little bit. I can't really tell why, so I got to clean that off. A couple little things, but we're about ready to go back to the track. So yeah, check it out.